Welcome back to Today Podcast with your host Ryan,
Alex,
and Josh.
Help!
I'm
fucking panicking, guys.
It's one of those nights that already I can tell.
Well, we're back again so soon.
I know.
Look at us go.
Yeah.
The speed, the consistency that we're desperately trying to get back to.
Enjoy
That's
having.
consistency.
Enjoy
We're just trying to catch up.
Yeah, honestly, this is when we usually record.
Yep.
The reason there was an episode when the last one came out was because there was a snowstorm and
Thanks, Michigan.
fuckers didn't want to drive, which I don't blame them. So we're like,
Yeah.
we'll push it back. So
I nearly pushed my car home that day, and that was only the 20-minute drive from work. The additional 40 minutes with everyone on the road. Oh, I would have killed someone? Possibly you.
I probably killed someone too.
Yeah. But thankfully, when it comes to the wonders of Michigan and snowstorms, it encourages you to kind of sit in home, kind of hunker down a bit, and really just kind of take your time and just catch up on all of the latest things in media.
Hell
For
yeah.
example, Ryan, I hear you've been watching The Last of Us that recently came out.
Yeah, I have actually.
What'd you think of it, my dude?
So, in case people don't know, The Last of Us is like a post-apocalyptic show about how the climate got so hot and like fungi just spread everywhere and it caused like a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And it focuses on
Unprecedented cases of swamp ass swept the nation.
Yeah, exactly. Dysentery. And it so it focuses on this guy 20 years later, and he is just this normal guy, and he has to take this girl from point A to point B, and she's immune, and she has the cure, and that's kind of the whole. It was made out of a game first, and then it went into a TV show, and the adaptation has been pretty good so far. They've taken a little bit of liberties and fleshed characters out, which I appreciate a little bit more. Instead of having these key characters come in and then like kind of die off, they have them. They come in and they have a little bit more fleshed out character development, and then they die.
You get
off.
the arc, so you feel bad when they die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's 4 episodes out right now. I've only seen 3. I'm probably gonna go see and they're gonna release the next one on Friday because the Super Bowl is on Sunday. So
a little bit of competition there.
I was questioning that because I was like, I understand why they moved it to this Friday, but do they really need to? Like, are they really going to lose that much viewership? Because I can't imagine that people still wouldn't go and watch The Last of Us after the Super Bowl.
Well, it's a case of the thing that you look at for those kind of shows is the first initial spike.
That's true.
You also got to think. I mean, the Super Bowl ends at like 10 or 11.
That's fair.
It goes very late.
And then people don't stop partying for the Super Bowl until about 2 or 3 the next day.
No, that's
Well, it's
fair.
Sunday.
People
People go to work.
Some people don't give a shit, though.
Yeah.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, fuck
we
them.
have jobs. 9 to 5. You motherfuckers.
No, I thought that was an interesting thing. Like, again, it makes sense, but
For sure. And I don't know. I think it's just like a little, here you go. Here's something to do,
have it
which is
early.
nice. It's a good way to start the weekend off. But the first 3 episodes, the first one, like they're very in comparison with the game, it's kind of seen like some of those shots are scene for scene, which is very cool. I like that. I appreciate
Yeah, because
that.
The Last of Us was a very
Cinematic.
photogenic
Yeah, it was
game.
it was almost like a movie itself.
Mhm.
It had arcs, and it was just like the way you played. The only thing that they didn't do was like the gameplay itself.
Because I can't imagine.
Has
how
anyone pulled out
translate very well.
scissors at any point? Or
No, not yet. No one's crafting
done the
anything.
dumb gathering animation of picking up like 80 things from an end table?
Yeah, or going into your backpack for everything and just crafting. But no, it's been fun. They changed a few things around. The third episode was like controversial.
Oh yeah.
Because it focused on this like doomsday prepper who's he was gay in the movie. He was gay in the games, and it was just mentioned, but then they like fleshed out his whole story. It was a really beautiful story, and
No, they showed the gay. Why would they do such a thing?
I know, and people. I don't know why people complain. Actually,
Because people like to.
yeah, but it was cool. It was good. It was a very unique take. It was cool, but I enjoyed it so far.
Is there a counter for how many times Pedro Pascal's played someone's dad now? It feels
Maybe.
like we've been getting a
3?
lot.
4?
Yeah, but you figure that's 3 or 4 within the last, 3 years? Maybe?
Yeah.
Just that?
People want Pedro Pascal as their dad. Okay, they need a father figure, and who else is more reliable than him? Nicolas Cage.
Sure.
Has he played anyone's dad in anything?
He's got to
No.
have been.
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a mentor role, and I think he actually tried to abandon the kid in that one number of times.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yikes.
but yeah, it's been fun. Definitely a good show. It's a very sad show because there's really no light at the end of the tunnel. It's just bleak, but it's cool. I like it.
Well, the game itself was very much a case of oh, it's a very dark world. There's occasionally bright moments, but it's still overall just, it's muted hope at best.
Yeah,
Take what you can get out of it.
which, I mean, it's definitely a really unique appreciation for the things.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. I liked it.
But
You
I'm
said
not
you
gonna
watched
get
the
the drafts.
Yeah, I know. You said you watched the first episode. What'd you think?
Ash watched the first episode.
Oh, okay. She said she liked it. She said it wasn't really her thing, but she said the game wasn't really her thing. So
Yeah, Ash is not a fan of the stories that are lack of happiness is kind of key to the overall theme and plot.
for sure,
So those
Yeah.
kind of storylines tend to drain her quite a bit.
I get you. I mean, yeah,
It's a very particular mood to kind of have to go on, just yeah, sure, this can be kind of bleak. But you know what? We're here for it. Here we go. What stories and trials do we get to witness?
yeah, for sure. But it's cool. I definitely would recommend at least watching. Yeah, I definitely say give it a go. Watch the show. Honestly, push past the first episode, and I mean, it doesn't get better,
Mm-hmm.
but it gets. I mean, it's a story that's told, and it's people's stories, which is cool. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely worth the watch.
At some point, I'll get around to it.
But it reminds me of what you said before, where it's like they take these video game projects from and they make them like a movie or TV, and it's like this one's good, but how many more until it starts getting bad?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And-
what does The Last of Us Season 4 look like?
Yeah, and they did renew it for a second season. So
I mean, I feel like that's a given. I feel like they would have done it. I mean, let me rephrase that. I feel like at this point, at where it's at, how well received it's been, it was a no-brainer for it to be renewed for another season.
yeah, we'll see. I didn't play the second game because I just didn't like where the story went. I heard some stuff. I didn't give it a chance myself. I mean, I heard the gameplay was much better, but I just seen.
The second game also kind of hit at a point in which I wasn't gaming too much.
Yeah, I'm really even when I play games, I don't play for that much.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I need those quick games where I can just play round and then just leave. I can, playing an open world game or something like that, diving into putting so much time into stuff. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
I don't have time.
It's
The investment.
it's rough wanting it's rough for me who enjoys story games and wanting to play more of them, but not having the time.
Yeah.
I started playing Octopath Traveler again today, and I was like, where am I at? And then I got to it was right before boss fight, and I went, fuck, not this thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think
that's why I stopped. I see.
I spent maybe an hour and a half leveling up and then going back and fighting it and
Now,
beating it.
what is Octopath Traveler again?
So Octopath Traveler there are 8 different characters, and you can choose any of them to start with, and you can probably go the whole game by yourself, but I don't think it's recommended because that'd be really fucking hard. But along your travels, you can find these other these other characters in it and join your party. And they all have their own story and whatnot. They don't really interconnect. I mean, there's dialogue between them sometimes, but it's not like one character isn't going to be any plot relevance to another character, which kind of sucks. I thought that was kind of how it was. So, and the other thing that sucks too is the characters who you don't use, they just kind of sit there and don't gain levels. So I'm kind of like, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to go through all 8 of them. I'm just going to stick with my current party, play through their stories, and maybe call it good. because they do have the second game coming out on the 18th of February, I think.
Zach would be so disappointed in you for not 100%ing the game.
I can't do that.
Nerd.
I can't 100% games all the time.
Yeah,
it's very hard to do that.
It's hard for me to complete games.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, part of me was like, do I really want to continue this, or do I want to like play something else? And I was like, no, I want to finish this before I get another story-based game and whatnot. So
yeah, because I'm like a big RPG person. When the numbers go up, the brain does the happy thing. Woo.
Yeah.
But those kind of games require like some aspect of grinding or farming or whatever the hell.
And I wish that most like there was a point where I didn't feel like I had to, and recently I'm like, oh my god, this fucking sucks. It's like they have different chapters and there's different recommended levels at that point, and I was at the recommended level, and I was still struggling, so I had to go like.
So is it like a turn-based game?
Yes, it is
turn-based RPG.
It is a turn-based RPG.
Is it like Final Fantasy? Just to get the.
Yes, it's more of like the old school because it's like the HD 2D art style, which I really like. And the only reason I got Octopath was because of Triangle Strategy, which is in the same style and everything, but it's more of like a Fire Emblem and it's more like a tactics based RPG, which I also like that too, and I think that might be what I get next, maybe.
XCOM.
I don't know yet. It's not like XCOM.
How does it feel to just generally suck at games more than you used to? Because I find myself playing through games like, oh, the recommended level is blah, blah, blah. Not for me. I need to push that a little.
So my thing with that is I would rather be at like close to the recommended level and have it be a bit of a challenge than being over level and just fucking stomping whatever I'm fighting. Same with like Pokemon. I hate being over level and just stomping gyms and stuff like that.
No, I just mean the case of like my reflexes and the muscle memory is not there as strong as it used to be. So it's a case of I'm feeling like actively struggling like with systems and learning them to the point where I feel like ancient.
Sometimes I feel that way.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't realize how much like time I would actually invest in so many games. Just because it was a case of I had so much less to do.
Speaking of sucking at games, you've been playing this darker and darker.
Oh my god, bro.
So I came home Monday night. Him and Austin, neither of them were downstairs. I'm like, all right, whatever. I go upstairs. Both their bedroom doors are open. I'm like, all right, this is odd because usually Ryan has his door shut. So I go up there and just to see what they're doing. I see him playing this game. And I didn't know what it was. And I didn't ask her or whatever. And then I saw someone I follow on YouTube who posted a video of them playing. I'm like, that's what they were playing. And I heard Ryan like not like screaming and yelling, but I heard him kind of like yelling and screaming earlier today.
I was getting very frustrated because I open up my door now because I feel bad because I just feel like I'm shutting everyone off to like not talk to me.
Fucking loner.
I am. I just want to like decompress by myself, but
embrace the village. You.
I know, and I'm trying. But so this game, it's like, you pick one of like 8 classes, and it's like Dungeons and Dragons.
Like Trig or economics.
Shut the fuck up. No, I lost my train of thought.
Barbarian.
Yeah. Stuff like stuff like D&D, where it's like a fantasy setting, and you go in to these dungeons with like it's between 1 and 3 players, and you go and like loot, and you try to escape. It's like they say it's like if Dungeons and Dragons meets like a Escape from Tarkov. Where you just go and try to gain level by fighting things and like going to farm for resources and get the fuck out of Dodge. And this game is hard, dude. So I was playing solo earlier in this one game mode, and there's a lot of enemies, and I was just getting wrecked because they hit you and you're pretty much like they have like poison on their weapons, and there's like you lose all your equipment if you know you can come in like you grind up and you get all this gear, you take it back, and then but whatever you bring in you'll lose. And I had a bunch of good gear, and I finally got some good gear and I die, and I was like, "Fuck! This is ridiculous." I was, and Josh was I could hear him laughing downstairs. Yeah. He's like, "What's going on, buddy?" I'm like, "This stupid fucking game."
Those are the most frustrating losses because that's not just a case of, "Oh no, my shit." That is lost time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I would be furious playing that kind of game. It's like I spent all this time. That's like playing whatever kind of game it is, leveling up, and then dying, or like something going on, and like you lose your save, and it's like, where did I last save? Thank God there's autosave now for most games.
Yeah. Thank God.
Dude, oh my
what
God.
a great invention.
God.
But the sheer tragedy of going through a Pokemon game and seeing that little red light on your console go, "Hey, I'm gonna die. You should save." No, I'm in the zone. When did I last save?
Click.
Yesterday.
I've never had that bad.
Do it again.
Dude, no, fuck that. I'm so glad.
I'd quit.
Yeah.
Done. I can't do it anymore. But no, it's fun playing with the guys, but it's like I fucking die, and it's really annoying, and I'm gonna like I don't have the time or patience anymore, which sucks. I don't mind playing games, but sometimes it's just hard. It's another thing to juggle, which is
There's
fine.
the investment there that is a lot lower priority.
That's the other reason why I like story games like that and single player ones. So I don't have to be good at it necessarily. Like I don't have to consistently play like a game like League or something like that where I have to continually like be good at it. So I'm not like absolute shit at it.
Yeah. Stuff that requires that skill. I mean, this game is one of those games that you need to like kind of get your skill up, or you just need a level because you're not like you're just gonna get wrecked. But it's been fun so far.
How'd you get into it?
So Austin had it playing on like YouTube, and he was just showing. I'm like, "Oh, that looks really fun." He was explaining it to me, and then he's like, "I'm like, is the game out? Because I want to get it." And he's like, "No, not yet. It's coming out like later this year." And then he said, then I came home and he's playing it. I'm like, "Oh, how are you playing this?" And he's like, "There's the demo already." And so I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna get it." Okay. And yeah, so the demo's out right now.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's cool so far. There's definitely a lot wrong with it. But it's in early access, so we'll see.
Wrong as in the controller creaking, that's fucking bullshit. Or just like bugs, graphic issues.
Bugs, like the scaling of everything is so like people, you either get one hit or like it's too inconsistent. And then they don't matchmake you with like normies like the same level. So we go in like with our basic gear, and then we come out and there's like this wizard who has this fucking enchanted blade. I'm like, what is going on? And he just one hits us. I'm like, well, this is stupid. It's dumb, but it's addicting. I need more. I want to play. But yeah, no, it's fun. I definitely recommend trying it out if that's your thing, but it's just one of those like high risk, high reward. It reminds me of like Realm of the Mad God when I played that like back in the day. That was a little 8-bit like top down like bullet hell game. Like you're just dodging everything and you'd like level up, but when you die, you'd lose everything. And I remember when I was in not middle school. When I was in high school. We went to the pawn shop, which was this like arcade that was like by like the high school
daycare basically.
Yeah, it's like awesome. Seriously, it's like latchkey. It's but they do lock-ins and we'd all play, and this guy invested like hundreds of dollars into this character, and he died. He's like, "This fucking sucks." He just walked out. It was funny.
The despair.
It is, because you just lost all that money.
Yikes.
Like, there's no getting any of that back.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, that is wild. The fact that people would blow shit out, like, that's the thing. Like, I can't blow shit like that anymore, you know?
Yeah.
That's
not
it.
good.
Well, yeah.
What you been up to, my dude? Playing anything new? Watching anything interesting?
Like I said, I was playing Octopath again finally. There was a Nintendo Direct today, which I missed most of it because I missed all of it because we drove down here. But there was I can't say a lot that was cool, but there was some stuff that I found cool. Honestly, the thing I'm most excited about.
More games getting mouthful mode.
No. The one thing that made me really excited is they're adding Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games to the Switch Online stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the Game Boy games are part of your regular Switch Online. That's just
Mm-hmm.
like your $20 a month kind of thing,
Yep.
or $20 a year thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Game Boy Advance stuff is being added to their like expansion pack thing, which is like that now. N64 games, Sega Genesis games, Mario Kart 8 DLC, and some other things for like $60 a year, which really isn't bad. And Nintendo might finally have a way for me to spend money on it, because I'm kind of excited because there's a couple games that I saw that they listed, like Fire Emblem on there, which I've never played the original like that on Game Boy Advance, so I think that'd be kind of cool. Golden Sun is another RPG that I played, like one of the sequel games on DS, and I really liked it, and I always kind of wanted to try the other ones. But I'm excited to see what else they add. I'm really hoping, there was a leak from last year around the Game Boy Advance games being added, and one of the leaked games that was possibly being tested was Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which is like my first Kingdom Hearts game I played. So I would absolutely love if that came to the Switch and had the multiplayer implemented on it, because the multiplayer wasn't in the remake or the remaster for PS2. So I'm kind of I'm excited because of that and what else they could add, because I'm sure there's other games on Game Boy Advance that I either didn't play or I did play and I would like to play again on Switch. So that'd be kind of exciting. They're also adding the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color onto it, which is kind of exciting because I like that game too.
How does it compare to like the early Yu-Gi-Oh games that they made?
It's okay. Like, it's nothing crazy. Like, I thought it was decent. And it kind of helped me learn the trading card game a little bit. Like, all my knowledge of how that game works is from the video game version of the trading card game, to be honest. What else did they...
I think all of my knowledge of the TCG comes from my brother kicking my ass with rules I didn't know.
Yeah, Pokemon TCG rules were like kind of bullshit to us when we were younger. We're like, fuck this energy shit. We'll just put them on attack with each other with it.
Look at them go.
They also announced Metroid Prime Remaster that came out today after the Direct, which is kind of wild to me. I don't think they had any news on Metroid Prime 4 though, which I know a lot of people were hoping. They also showed a new trailer for the new Legend of Zelda game, which it looked kind of cool.
Looks more Legend of Zelda stuff.
Yeah, it just looks like they took Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and added new shit. So, okay, there's fucking like vehicles now?
The car looks dumb.
Dude, yeah, it looks like some bullshit you made in like
it looked like a science like class like
what's
little
the
drone.
What's the shitty Banjo-Kazooie game? Nuts and Bolts. It looks like something you'd make in that game.
Oh, Jesus.
And that comes out...
I just need to know if it has any of the other vehicles from Shrek Car Racing.
Legend of Zelda comes out on May 12th. I don't think there's much else for Nintendo Direct that I thought was cool. Like to me at least, there's a lot. Like there's.
What, you weren't looking at the new Pikmin, going, "Oh hell yeah, now's the time."
Not at all. Other new gaming stuff that came out was Jedi Survivor gameplay.
Woo!
Yeah,
it looked.
I saw the man walk.
Yeah, I thought it was
pick up
just
a jacket.
walking simulator
Woo.
gameplay.
it definitely looked a lot like the first one, which is, I mean, I just feel like all they're gonna do is just take the same formula, add maybe one or two things, and that be it.
Things that should have been in the first game, like fast travel, because they confirmed that was being added. I'm like, thank Christ.
Now walk, bastards.
I liked some of the new like moves they showed off. Those were kind of cool, like the time slow field thing and the like double lightsaber throw. I want to see like the heavy like cross, like the cross guard one that they showed off in the Game Awards trailer. I want to see
the
that.
weird like broadsword fighting stuff.
I want to see that gameplay. So that's like the one thing I wanted to see and they didn't show, and I was like, that fucking sucks.
So the one thing I did notice is like the one thing I thought was gonna be how they're gonna do it was each like lightsaber type, like the dual wielding or the staff or just the single, I thought it was gonna be more like how weapons are in like a Dark Souls game.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's just gonna be different moves and like the speed of things.
It's striking me closer to like a how would it be? Like a very basic version of like a Devil May Cry kind of style.
Okay.
Where you're just like flipping between stuff that
Okay.
you find right in the moment that could string along.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Because
know
I
what you
saw
mean,
like
but-
switching from like
Yeah.
2 to 1 in a couple of those scenes
I
that
did
looked
see
pretty
that.
sweet, and the
Yeah.
animation was really quick and smooth.
I know
So it
there
makes me
was-
believe they want to encourage like changing up your style, like
Because
mid combo or something.
I think in the first one there was certain combos you could do that would go from like single blade to
yeah, it's
dual
like
blade
heavy
at
to
least.
light,
Yeah.
light to heavier.
I do want to see what other like lightsaber stuff they add. I mean, we saw the dual wielding, we saw the split dual wield, the staff, we saw the single. Like I said, I want to see the greatsword looking one. I want to see what else they add if they add other styles, I guess.
Yeah.
Give him a gun.
The thing that I keep looking at with this is I don't know how much you can like give your player character just in terms of like what kind of weird attacks and maneuvers can you do.
Yeah.
When most of the people that you're fighting are just dudes with guns or dudes
Yeah.
with stick.
Yeah.
There's not really a whole lot of things that like go outside of like, oh, this thing's a beast creature, this thing's a guy, this one's a robot with 2 guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not exactly a lot of need to have like large, elaborate like spin move combo nonsense for that.
That is something about like that game. It's like the enemy types weren't that diverse.
To be fair though, that was one area, like one planet, so that's also probably why.
Well, even
Yeah,
in
but even if you're looking over like the entirety of like the first game,
yeah,
Oh yeah.
like
It wasn't
the most
too
unique
crazy.
enemy was like the weird construct things that had like the bullshit like you can force manipulate elements. of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Another thing that we were looking at that's pretty hype that was talked about was Tron 3.
Oh yeah, that was we didn't get a chance to talk about last time because I'm fucking excited. That's a movie I've been waiting to come out for like years.
Yeah, didn't they say they weren't gonna do it for a hot second there?
So there were rumors
I'm
of
excited
it.
to see bright blue lights on dark backdrops.
Let's go.
Here
It
we
was-
go.
I think
So
it
many new block
was-
screens.
It was teased or rumored to be in production back in like 2015 or something like that.
How it is.
And then I think Disney came out and like said they weren't doing it. And so there's been rumors like going back and forth as to if they're doing it or not. And so finally, a couple weeks ago, Disney finally confirmed that yes,
That
they
little
are.
claw machine of what franchise are we rebooting finally came
Yeah.
back around.
So they finally came out and confirmed that they are doing it, and it's at the moment it's titled Tron Ares, I think is what it is, or Ares, and it is supposed to have Jared Leto in the movie.
Oh,
Which
how
I
is he gonna
think-
get into character this time?
He's
I'm
going to
going
live
into the
in
game.
a hollowed out arcade machine for
He's-
2 months.
I was gonna say he's gonna like live in the metaverse for a year.
He's gonna plug himself in like the Matrix, like
Yeah. Which Jared Leto
No,
has
let's
been
be honest.
attached.
It's going to be dumber. It's going to be the Sword Art Online helmet.
The Hemisphere. Yeah. No, because Jared Leto has been attached to this project for like the longest time.
hopefully he's just the villain.
I think he is.
Good.
I think he is.
I don't want him to be the main character.
I don't want him either. I want
The cast from the
I want the
Tron
cast from
Legacy,
Legacy.
for sure.
I really like those characters. The one thing I really want, and I doubt it's gonna happen, is I want Daft Punk back for the soundtrack. I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately, but that'd be
How
a
about
very,
Skrillex?
oh my god! I think it'd be a very cool way to bring Daft Punk back for like one more thing,
That's
or at least
right.
like maybe not do the whole soundtrack, but help do the music and like not be like the main composer or whatnot. Like I want either them to do it or someone
I think
close.
they could do like the main like theme,
Yeah.
perhaps, and then offshoot the rest of the derivatives to.
They should just use the exact same soundtrack from Legacy and put it in this one.
No, I love the soundtrack
Just
for
move it up a
Legacy,
key.
but they could they could do.
Speed it up just a tad.
I do also want to just
Tron Nightcore.
I'm oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm very I'm excited, especially since they announced the Tron Light Cycle ride at Disney like the week before, 2 weeks before they officially announced the movie. So I thought that
How
was
the fuck
kind
does
of
that work?
I don't know.
Are children trying to kill each other with a game of Snake?
I think it's like a roller coaster type thing. Because Disney World, Disneyland, I don't remember if the International or Disney World or Atlanta. I think it's Disney World. I think Disney World in Shanghai has it already, and they've had it.
Yes.
And I just know it's coming to...
I want you to know, you said it was a roller coaster, and my brain immediately felt phantom pain in my ribs. Because just the idea of every time I think like Tron Light Cycles, I think of the scenes where it's the aggressive right or left turn.
Yeah.
And trying to put that on a roller coaster, I'm just sitting here going, oh no.
Oh my god. Dude, that would suck.
What I think would be a really cool thing that they did is, so when I was younger, there was this place called GameWorks, and they had this
fucking balloon game.
Yes, they had this balloon game where you were like strapped to these seats, and you'd actually go up with your balloon, and you're like you had these spikes on the bottom of your balloon, and you press a button and you slam down on
entry hall, and it was just this large like contraption crane basically. Have you ever seen like the carnivals, like shitty like drop rides?
Yeah.
It's basically they put 4 of those next to each other in front of this massive ass screen,
and
you're just sitting there with like a fucking little joystick controller, basically,
which was fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I think if they got like if they really went in with the VR or like you put on a headset, you get on a bike kind of thing, and you'd
you could D-box the hell out of that.
I think that'd be very cool.
That'd be a cool thing to do, but I don't think that's how this ride is.
No, I know, but I think that'd be a
cool
dope ride.
Yeah.
When I went to England, they had a VR, not carnival, what's Cedar Point?
Amusement park?
That.
Okay.
And I think it was just like they had like where you could run on
one of those kind of
like
ones.
one of those. Is pretty cool. Or they had like these actual like rooms and stuff where you'd put the goggles on and you'd be moving around, but like it's still a part of the game, which is cool.
AR stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Another thing that people it was a big announcement like the last couple weeks.
Yeah, there's been a lot of couple things.
DC.
Yeah, James Gunn came out and like, here's our roadmap for the next like 10 years.
Oh shit!
I mean, good on him, honestly.
Yeah, he says he's gonna change I mean, he's like what, executive, fucking.
They basically came out and said like, here are the keys. Figure it out.
Yeah, no,
yeah, basically.
And so they're gonna start off. So the first chapter is called DCU God and Monsters. Okay, cool. The first one that they're going to release is Superman Legacy. They're still saying that Henry Cavill is not Superman anymore, but people are just keep
Isn't
wanting
that trio like suing them presently?
Huh?
Isn't that trio suing the studio?
Who is?
Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, and Ben Affleck.
Are they?
I didn't know
I don't think so.
I thought that was a thing I read.
Maybe.
Because James Gunn came out and said, who was it that just my brain's drawing a blank. Who plays Drax?
Dave Bautista.
So he asked James Gunn. He's like, I want to play Bane in DC,
dude,
and
that would be dope.
And Gunn was like, unfortunately, like we want younger stars in it, and not like these older ones. Which I kind of get that, but at the same time, I think there are certain characters that would it make more sense for older actor like that. I think he would be a fantastic Bane, to be honest.
So Superman Legacy is the first one, and then The Brave and the Bold, which is going to be a Batman movie, and that's with his son.
Yeah, that's
the newest. Yeah, no, not Tim Drake.
Damian
Wayne, the newest.
You're right.
Robin.
Katana Kid.
And then
they posted what that would basically be about, and after reading it, like, I actually would be excited to watch that movie, and that's the first time I think I said that about a Batman movie.
What was it about?
It was like essentially like Batman finding out he had this kid like 10 years in.
Okay.
And really like he's like just a fucking assassin basically like that or whatever.
So
I'm like, huh.
I like how they just said they wanted younger people, but now they're gonna bring in this like guy who has a kid now. You know?
We want younger people. We're immediately going into the
someone in their 30s. Yeah. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Let's see how that. I don't know. I really don't know much about Supergirl, so That could be cool, I guess.
feel like there's a lot to pull from for her, but I don't know if any like recent things have done amazing adaptations of her.
Right. I mean, the only thing that I really know her from besides the TV show is Injustice, and she was okay in that.
Yeah.
The Authority, I don't know what that is. Swamp Thing, which is a movie that could be really cool. Swamp Thing is really unique. I think that's gonna be more of a horror flick, is what they said. Survival, yeah.
That makes sense.
Creature Commandos, I don't know what that is. That's a TV show.
There was an image I saw that IGN posted, and they're like, we don't know what these guys are, but this image of them is hilarious, or like it made sense. And I can't remember what it was, but I feel like there was like it almost looked like Suicide Squad and like that type of team, but I just remember seeing like the Nazi flag in it, like other weird shit. I'm like, what is going on?
Good job, marketing.
Waller is getting a TV show. Amanda Waller, she's the person in charge of the Suicide Squad. That could be, it could be cool. The same person's playing her, so that's good. That's a good pick. What's her face? I forget.
Same person playing her as in who's playing her in the film?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget. Winona Ryder. No. That's fucking not even close.
Good work, buddy. You pulled a name.
I forget what her name is, but
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of what.
Lanterns. That one is cool. That's a TV show, and that's gonna focus on Hal Jordan and I forget what the
John Smith.
John is it John Smith?
I think it was.
It's John something. And it's supposed to be like a cop show, like an intergalactic like police kind of thing. Booster Gold is going to be a TV show, which is
really they're bringing up that's going to be interesting.
Booster Gold was this guy who's like had a bunch of high tech stuff
who's
in
a
the future.
Dude.
Yeah,
canonically not liked by Superman.
Yeah, and he comes back in time to just like be a hero, and which is cool.
Yeah,
and
it's like a dude robs a history museum basically in the future and goes, oh hell yeah, here we go.
Yeah, let's go. And then the final one is Paradise Lost, which is supposed to be like a more of a Game of Thrones version take on the Amazonians, which that could be cool.
Jon Stewart.
Damn it!
I
knew it was one like a common-ish sounding name.
I had to look up Green Lantern Black Guy.
Good job, buddy. Way to out yourself.
I searched Green Lantern, and in the little like tags on Google Images, it had Hal Jordan, the main guy, and it didn't have Jon Stewart. I'm like, you fuckers. That's the image that I saw for Creature Commandos.
Huh.
It means hope.
It means hope.
Yeah, so that's
So that, I mean,
interesting.
Whatever, dude.
It actually meant balance.
I think
So the other thing that James Gunn also said is they like to aim and put out 2 movies and 2 HBO Max series a year. And I think Marvel needs to follow that too, because I don't know.
Honestly, I'm cool if they don't. I think with that kind of time frame, if I'm already suffering from like superhero burnout, going into this is gonna be holy shit.
Yeah. Yes. I agree. And I think they need to just tone it back.
Especially because they're coming from a place of, it feels like they're coming out of the gate like bright, energized, swinging, and hopeful. They're not starting at like 0. They're in the hole as far as like...
Oh, they are.
Okay, James Gunn, can you shovel us out?
Yeah. Because they still, like, there's some things that are a part of this universe, and then they said that, like, the DC universe has, like, what's his face?
Peacemaker?
The Batman?
The Batman is its own thing.
Yeah.
It's in the DCU, but it's, like, its own universe. Different. But then they said Peacemaker is a part of that one, like this universe.
Is the Joker, is that its own thing still too?
It's his own thing.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I don't know, man. I agree with you. I'm just burnt out from all this stuff. Like, we've been doing this for how long now? Since Iron Man, which was in like what 2008.
Yeah, yeah, almost fucking
12. Fucking 15 years.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it to be done. I can't keep going.
I don't think it's ever going to end, unfortunately.
They need to slow down.
I think my thing is, I would be cool if the thing we keep having to do is we have to do like the big superhero like movie, like the show off all their abilities, their morals, the blah blah blah. I would really be down for the like Clark Kent stories, basically. The like, how does Superman solve problems not as Superman? Those storylines.
Oh my
Where he's
God.
an actual reporter.
Yeah, or he's just like trying to like subtly do like Frostbite Islanders and solve that issue over there or whatever the fuck. Or it's just based around like keeping low key undercover kind of nonsense.
I feel like that's what a series, like a TV series, is for.
Yeah,
Smallville.
because those are absolutely we can have fucking Superman and Batman get a coffee, and that's not a case of people can go, the show's not going anywhere. This is bullshit. Where's the explosions? Where's the pump?
Well, they do have that. I mean, most of the TV shows that they have is like, was it like Lois and Clark, and they have like Smallville was like he was Clark Kent.
Yeah, Smallville was entirely that. And
Which
you figure
was-
that's a CW show from now.
That was a
10
long time ago.
plus
Yeah,
years ago?
yeah, that was like early 2000s. That was before 2010.
Yeah, when I'm seeing Tom Welling in like Lucifer, I'm like, oh wow, time has passed.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Did you see they're still doing Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, I've seen
I
that.
don't know if you saw
That's
that
that'll be interesting. I mean, I think he deserved a second shot at it. I think they could have definitely. That was an early 2000, like that was an earlier 2000s film.
Mhm.
I think hopefully it'll learn from its
I'm
part
excited
time.
to see if they let Keanu Reeves be a better actor.
Yeah,
Because I felt Constantine 1 very much was like the Keanu Reeves from The Matrix.
yeah.
Where it felt like John Constantine is a very quick talking character.
Which it's
I don't know if I've ever heard Keanu Reeves like just talk quickly or a lot.
Yeah, they need to push his acting. He needs to push his acting a little
Like
bit
whatever.
more.
What's the dumb romance movie that he's in? It's like Destination Wedding or some shit.
I think I know what you're talking. Like, it was a Netflix thing.
Something like that.
I
It's
know-
like him and some other woman
I
show up
know-
at an event to
yeah,
get
I know
paired
what you're
up for
talking about,
reasons.
but I didn't watch it. My mom watched it.
Yeah, I see clips of it every once in a while, and I think that's the most I like hear him like speak consistently with like emotion and like personality and stuff.
Yeah,
Do you think
Outside of like Bill and Ted.
the Constantine thing is gonna be kind of like how there was like, wasn't there a older like Daredevil movie?
like
And
with
was it like very
Ben
good?
Affleck.
Is that who it was?
Yeah,
I
Ben
wasn't
That
sure.
was an early
Okay.
2000s film.
Do you think, because like I feel like that was not very well received, and then they came out with the Netflix series, and it was like really really well received.
So they came out with a Constantine show.
Oh, it was a show.
So Constantine originally was a movie
Okay.
with Keanu Reeves, and then they chose a different guy for the Constantine in the Arrowverse. Which he was more like the comic books. He was very quick witty, and like honestly, he did a really good job, and people liked him a lot. The show got canceled, but he went into like the Days of Tomorrow, which was like a collaborative. It's almost like their own little Suicide Squad kind of thing, which it was cool-ish. The guy who did that did a good job, and honestly, I didn't think that the Constantine movie was terrible, but it could have been better.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. I wasn't
And
sure.
I think with modern writing,
Mhm.
I think it'll be a lot better. But we'll see. Who knows?
It'll be definitely just a case of I feel like I'm slowly falling out of the target audience for a lot of this just because of the comic book burnout stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I still
They
think
need
there's
to-
enough in the tank to go.
I
Sure, let's give it a shot.
I just kind of sit there and watch them just for the entertainment, you know.
It's hard to go and it's hard to tell myself, hey, I'm gonna spend like $20 to go see a movie. And even more than that, it's probably around 30 just for a ticket and like maybe some popcorn.
That's why I don't even get. I just get ticket and go. I don't bother with anything else because I know it's expensive.
Yeah, it sucks. But
Gotta get out on those matinees. Woo.
it almost feels like that's why I feel like shows work a lot more because you can just watch those at home and you can pick them up and then
Yeah.
like pause it or do whatever. You can even do that with movies. You can just pause them and just
Yeah.
go like, I don't want to sit through something that's like 4 hours long or 3
Cough.
hours long.
Avatar. Cough.
Yeah, dude, that shit's so long.
Yeah.
I don't have the time or energy for that shit.
I think whenever the new Avatar movie comes to Disney Plus, I might go through and sit through and watch the first one again and then watch that eventually.
I'd do that.
I just
with friends.
Yeah, I would
I'm
definitely do it with
actively
people.
sitting here just going, all right, Avatar 2 released. Neat.
Yeah.
And I got fucking overshadowed by what? Puss in Boots?
Yes.
Did it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't know
Puss in
that.
Boots got a higher rating.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Puss in Boots actually got like a really high rating.
I heard it was really, really good, and people were like, "Don't sleep on it. Don't skip it just because it's a kids movie." And I guess like there's a lot of moments where it's not very kid friendly.
I need to watch it.
It seems like a fun group watch.
Yeah.
It's
the next Scoob.
Oh no, it's really upsetting knowing that like questioning like is it worth going to see some of these movies in theaters, especially like the Marvel stuff, when you know at least at least like 2-3 months down the way they're just come to Disney Plus. Like, is it worth wasting that money on going to see it in theaters?
Yeah, because before you had to wait like a year
Yeah.
or something for it to just come to DVD.
Yeah.
And now it's like the media and the intake
Yeah.
of which we are able to get is kind of insane.
Yeah.
It's just like,
That's why, like, I understand Zach's reasoning for, like, just waiting for a lot of shit to come to Disney Plus instead of going to see it in the theaters. But I don't know, man.
but then they do that stupid shit where you have to like pay to watch the film.
It depends on what it is. They did that at the start with certain movies, and then after a while, they didn't do anymore.
But there's just so many streaming services that they want, like, it's just so much
We're at
money.
the point in streaming services in which they can actually be like, okay, cool. We no longer have to cater to you guys. We can now just start pissing you off.
Yeah, because
Like what,
What are you gonna
Netflix
do,
things?
stop?
You have to sign in from your home network once a
I
month
think
or
they,
some
I
bullshit
think they
that they're
put a
thinking about.
kibosh to that or something.
Yeah, because
yeah.
people went, that's fucking stupid. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
What I understand is, how does that work with, like, really our situations of, you know, we don't live at home, but our family has an Netflix account. How does
The
that
answer is
work?
poorly. Go fuck
Yeah.
the
yourself.
answer
I
is
think
they're gonna make you they're gonna charge the main account person more.
I think that's dumb.
Yes, it
I
is.
think they need to do like a family thing, kind of like what Spotify does, where it's,
No, dude,
well,
let people
maybe
be
not,
cheap.
maybe not even that, but like I don't know, because I think it's also really dumb because it's like that's kind of bullshit to force people into doing that, especially like the making like the sign in on your home Wi-Fi, because it's like, so
But
you're gonna,
Josh,
you're gonna make
have
me
a heart. They only made billions in profit. Come on,
They can
man.
go suck. Because, like, how would that work with, like, a smart TV? How the fuck? Yeah, like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense, you know? I'm gonna have to lug my, like, Xbox and my TV and all that shit to my home to sign in from there and then lug it back. Like,
Nah, just bring the router.
there you go.
Unplug it from your home, bring it over,
I think
have
it's
them make sure the line's active.
I thought it was such a dumb fucking thing to do, like, in general. Not even just, like, for the fact of, like, yeah, people are sharing their accounts with everyone. It's like, who gives a shit? You know? I don't know.
It's annoying.
It is.
It's just money grabs. Like, let people live off. Let the people live.
Yeah, the
you know,
fact that they're
through other
going about
people.
this in the most vicious way
Yeah.
is stupid.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Because people don't respond well to punishment. Like, that's not how people learn
Yeah.
and adapt. So if they wanted to actually be effective, you don't punish people for, like, sharing passwords. You would offer incentives if you're only doing one account in one address.
Mhm.
If you do the thing of, if you consistently only are signed into a singular account or a small number of accounts, you get a $5 discount. Behold.
Yeah.
And that will actually encourage people to go, well, fuck. If I don't have to worry about sharing the account to the expenses and it keeps the price down, sure, I'll buy my own fucking account.
Yeah.
And that's how you get more users. That's how you get more traffic. That's how you get more diversified stream.
No.
But no, it's easier just to price gouge with the
Yeah.
people you have on the line presently.
Yeah.
Because that's the quicker money.
Fuck you, I'm gonna pyrite everything, baby.
We're approaching. Oh, my old friend, the hat comes back. With all the fun tools we have now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
VPNs used to be a major pain in the ass to set up. Now it's a quick service and an email.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, honestly.
Everything is so easy now. Just
With the number of YouTubers I've watched, I can probably get 50% off.
Remember
any fucking
the
thing.
Banjo-Kazooie comment I made?
Oh, did someone? Yep. There that is.
Oh, I
What
love
happened?
that. So I made a comment that these things look like somebody making fucking Banjo-Kazooie. That's Banjo-Kazooie.
Thank you, Twitter.
That's the thing from fucking... Oh, that's so funny. I'm glad I looked at my phone for a second.
I'm glad it can still be relied on for shitposts. So yeah, it's about that time. Start wrapping things up. What have we all been listening to this
Yeah,
week?
music. Why does it always fucking autocorrect
Why
from
is it
if-
always fucking Josh?
from if
Why is it?
instead of of?
why fuck, Josh? Why fuck?
I don't know why.
Do you want me to go?
Go for it.
Okay.
Yes.
I've been listening to a lot of Justin Timberlake. Listen to I'll just put two down there. Summer Love and Cry Me a River. Those are pretty good.
Neat.
Or Rock Your Body. That one's a good one too.
What do you want? Do you want all three, or do you want?
Yeah,
just-
fuck it, all
alright,
three. Put it
fine.
on three.
What
I'll put it
was-
on three.
I'm sorry. What was the second one?
What'd I say? Summer Love, Cry Me a River, and Rock Your Body.
Okay.
Neato, neato, neato.
Nato.
Neat. So let's see. I have a cover of My Chemical Romance's House of Wolves. This one is performed by Sad Songs Only. Came with my Discover Weekly. It amused me.
What was that called again?
House of Wolves is the song.
Okay.
And then the other one. I haven't really been listening to a lot of new music lately, so let's hit shuffle. What comes up? Song number 2 is going to be Echo by Dima Lancaster. It's a neat sounding song. I'm not too connected to it at the moment, but it's
Can you
fun.
spell that artist?
Dima.
Dima.
Dima D's nuts.
Oh my! I was gonna say the same thing.
Get off the brain cell.
Oh my god.
Ride the wave, baby.
That was Lancaster's last name.
Yep.
Okay.
What you got, buddy?
What the
Whale sex noises.
Tron Legacy's main theme.
fuck?
Daft Punk.
That's
Daft Punk.
what it was. Sorry. So I have Super Soaker by Kings of Leon, and then I have You Can't Fix This from the Sound City soundtrack, and that's by the vocals of Stevie Nicks and Dave Grohl, and it's got Taylor Hawkins and Rami Jaffe, which is he's the keyboardist. for Foo
Nice.
Fighters. So, I had,
Anyway, it's been fun.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you want to find us on more stuff or more content, you can always find us at the following.
Let's see if I don't fuck this up this time.
I believe in you.
You can follow us on Twitter at Take That A Pod, Facebook at Take That A Podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere else you listen to podcasts, Bullhorn, Overcast, whatever it might be. And all that's at Take That A Podcast. You can watch our videos of our episodes and what our other content we do on YouTube at Take That A Podcast. And you can follow us on Twitch at Take That A Podcast and watch us stream live, where we do episode recordings and play some games, which we haven't done admittedly in like a month because of scheduling, but we'll probably do something next time. And you can listen to any of the music that we recommend at the end of these episodes down in the Spotify playlist, and all of those links for everything I just listed off basically is in the Linktree link in the description of this episode. And just share us.
Yeah, appreciate everything you guys do.
Yes. Appreciate you.
Catch you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.